Allowed the two it's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Politico, Maiyegun don't come, oh, this one not the off in mind. Maiyegun don't come, oh, and in the touchlight every corner. Maiyegun don't come, oh, okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo.
Oh, Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Hello there. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from or joining me from this moment. So this is Maiyegun live. I want you to know something just before we move fully into this conversation tonight, that Nigeria is the world capital of jobless people. Officially, 33 million are currently jobless. These are those recorded who have jobs that you can point at, yeah? It is also statistically proven that there are those who also fall into the category of underemployed. This one makes the largest foundation of how Nigeria became the capital of jobless people in the whole world. They put a figure around 90 million. Those who pretend to have job, is either they don't get paid anytime soon, or even when they get paid, it's pretty much like not different from people who don't have job, something you can call a handout. Imagine working and you are earning 10,000 naira a month, 15,000 naira a month. In Nigeria, in Bokwari's Nigeria, don't consider yourself as employed. I don't even think you should consider yourself as underemployed. If you know anybody who is in this category, if you have anybody you are paying 10,000 naira, 15,000 naira, and you think you have created a job, thank you for doing your part, right? The person falls in the category of underemployed people. Now, put all these figures together. Out of 200 million people, the country has at least a population of 127 million that are living in abject poverty. Add the 33 million who had jobs, have lost the jobs now. They are now in the labor market. So put that country in that context, and then you realize how they came by as the apart from being the poverty capital of the world, right? It is also the capital of jobless people in the world. And who brought this unemployment? Who brought this poverty? Who brought this destruction? Who brought all of this calamity, including the balkanization of Nigeria that is now ongoing, by the way? Who brought all of this? His Majesty, Prince King Bokuwari, Prince King or King Prince, whatever, because it doesn't really matter anyway. King Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Bokuwari, who told you that they were coming to fight poverty. In 6 years, he has created more poor people. He has created a ruined economy. He has created unsafe country. And he has turned his own citizens to refugees in the country and outside the country. The refugees that nobody cares for. In 6 years, those of you who had jobs in 2014, 2015, within 6 years, Bokuwari officially turned all of you jobless. I mean, well, maybe not all of you. I'm using the figure now. From 30 million unemployed to 33 to 35 million unemployed, that is 22 million of you. That's a massive number. 22 million who had jobs in 2014, 2015, when Bokuwari was jobless. When Bokuwari was jobless, the criminals who brought about this calamity, they decided to give him the #1 job in Nigeria, and 22 million of you became jobless after that. Bokuwari will not get job. They collect pension, about 15, 20 million every month. Pension. They decided to make him your president, and 22 million of you became jobless. The 13 million that were jobless, they were told that they will be working in different high-flying companies by the Oshunbade, Ikene Shatabandu, the motivational speaker, who is now the special advisor to Bokuwari, his own master, on condolences visits or condolences and burial matters. It was Oshunbade who told you that all you needed was to bring all past criminals to government. Do you understand? And the moment they came in, 22 million of you joined the other brothers who they told they would get job, and now over 35 million of you are jobless officially. And then look at the other numbers. They have run out of all ideas. They are not even giving up. That's where the problem is. You need to understand how they came by, how this whole calamity came by, and why. They have made the army of those that should normally change Nigeria. But I know why they won't. You and I know why they won't. And we will not use a blanket statement in addressing them in this regard, right? If 33 or 35 million, officially, those ones are those who had jobs. So if 35 million of those who have become jobless in Nigeria today, if they decide that enough, we are done, or maybe if they realize that they are done for, the effort of looking for another job, the idea of oh well, if one job, if one door close, another one will open. Baba, that another door they are putting into your head, they have stolen the door. In fact, if you look at it, there's no door again. And this is what they have done. This whole thing didn't happen because you are a sinner. If you are watching me from Nigeria, it is not because you are a sinner. It's not because you didn't know how to praise God or worship God or be obedient and at least stay legit. No, it's not because of that. No, it is not because of any village people after you. No, it's not. That is part of why the religion aspect of where they are putting the bondage on people, we will continue to talk about it, and it's working. Let me tell you something. Everything we are doing is working. People are reading. They are doing every day. Nigeria's situation is making people research more on why is their situation like this. They are beginning to understand that it has nothing to do with God. It's just that we haven't reached the number yet, but we are going to reach the number. We are going to reach the number of those who will no longer believe. And maybe if those who are going to watch my video tonight, who have been praying that, hey, God, they are going to the mountains, they are doing everything, religiously for God favor. It is Nigeria that turned you. And you know one thing Nigeria will do to you? Even that God, that faith you have, Nigeria will make you question it. You know why? Nigeria has been destroyed so bad, that even politicians are telling people to look up to God for good road, for good hospitals, for them to be able to pay the salaries of the people, for them to jumpstart the economy that will create jobs on its own, to create electricity and be able to refine Nigeria crude oil in Nigeria so that they can spend naira instead of, it's a shame. All of that, blaming, politicians are now telling people that we need to pray to God. Do you understand? But we are breaking that barrier. You see all this video that you think they are just rant, you have no idea. People are beginning to know that to get good road, they don't need to go and do fasting and prayer. To get electricity or to get good leaders, they don't need to do fasting and prayer. They are beginning to understand that the problem is the system. Do you understand? People are beginning to question the lies told them by their pastors. Because imagine, politicians who said he has a master plan on how to end poverty, how to improve the living standard of the people, how to create jobs. At the end of the day, the same politician will be going to church. He will be sitting in front of the church, governor with his cabinet, as they call themselves. They will be sitting in front of the church, in front of the mosque. They will be saying la 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 la. Let us all do la 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 la, because it is Allah that is giving me grace to be your governor. Poverty is increasing, corruption is increasing, but everybody is feeling like, but he's a godly person now. Maybe some people, maybe some evil people are making it difficult for him to remember that he promised to build us road. Do you understand? People are beginning to question that now. And if you think what we are doing is not working, that means you are not paying attention. Have you seen what happened in Ibadan and across Yoruba land today? Especially in Ibadan. Do you really think those people who came out today, they needed anybody to give them money to go and rally for Oduduwa Republic? You are not paying attention. And I'm going to make you pay attention so that you will understand that if you haven't been paying attention, right, the people who are listening, they are no longer blaming everything on imaginary God. Yes, they still believe in God. And Nigeria is going to make you question that God. Is Nigeria not making you question God now? Every time they talk, they will say leaders are made by God. Do you know that that's how we were raised? Many of us, we were raised that way, to believe that leadership is given by God. Only the people ordained by God who emerge leader. It doesn't matter who they are. That's the mentality. In the religious part, they believe that even if that person is evil, even if that person has committed known crime, right, to them, God can transform him without serving his punishment at all. Then the people will then believe that that criminal who was capable of killing human beings has changed because he is now a deacon or he is now a laji or he is building mosques, or he is supporting different harvests in different church, or he's supporting different things that people are feeling like, you may not like him, don't question his past. They won't question the fact that there are thugs paid, armed to rig election for them. There are armed thugs, educated, armed with money to buy the vote. There are also armed and paid people who are propagandists to tell them even what God, if you talk to God, God will say, say, God, I want you to spare my life. Listen to this. Oh, God, I want you to spare my life, the life of my family. I want you to protect my business. I want my life, blah, I don't know how to pray like that much anymore, okay? But you know what I'm talking about, making a request from God and praying. God will say, okay, son. Okay, daughter, okay. I'm praying, God, I'm praying for promotion. I'm working hard at my workplace, and I want you, God, to please bless. You know what I'm talking about? God will say, yeah, okay. But when you begin to say, God, I want you to touch the hearts of our leaders so that they can do what they promised to do. Heavenly Father, I pray unto you because you said it in Samuel 1, chapter 3 and blah, 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 blah. You said, if we call on you and righteousness, blah, 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 blah. What the hell is that? God, I want you to touch their hearts so that they can construct hospitals. Amen. What's that? God, I want you to touch the heart and the mind of our leaders so that their cold heart can be so loving to the people. What is that? God will just be like, what? Hello? What? God, I want you to provide 24 hours electricity in Nigeria. God, I want you to help us defeat Boko Haram the same way you defeat the Pharaoh, Ogun Pharaoh, inside the Red Sea, behind the Israel, that stuff, right? God will be like, what? I'm not going to carry harm. I'm not going to just, what are you talking about? So won't you question God when you have prayed? Some people are even seeing signs and wonder. They say God has told them, all we needed is to pray hard for good leaders. And people believe that. So politicians study this. They're like, you know what I'm going to be? I'm just going to be a good leader, a religious leader, somebody who identify who are the majority. Where am I from? Okay, I'm from the northern Nigeria. Hey, it will be better to identify as a Muslim. It doesn't matter even if I don't believe in anything peaceful or anything progressive, anything developmental. But an average Muslim believes that once I have money and I have the army to rig the election, it must be the will of Allah. Because if Allah does not wish it, even if you spend all the money in the world, you will not win. That is the mentality. So politicians understand that. So because of that, they will come as Alaji, as Alaja, as Dickness, as Deacon, as Baba Ijo, Mama Ijo, philanthropist. Listen, so that at the first card is he a Christian or a Muslim? Because I don't want to vote for a Christian again. I want to vote for a Muslim. They say, okay, because Muslims, if they swear with Quran, Baba, in Alijana, they will face hellfire, everything they do, if they fail. So because of that, they will vote for him. He's Alaji. He's going to swear by Quran. That same Alaji will steal billion meant for hospitals. Will begin to take 10% from those who want to come and transact business with the country. He will begin to use the name of his own state to borrow money that he's never going to spend on them. Since he's sworn by Quran, the poor man who believed that it was Allah that gave him the Alaji governor, what is he going to do? Is he going to fight for Allah? Since it was Allah that made him, and he believed that since he's sworn by Quran, he will receive his punishment in heaven. Allah, if you are going to wait for them to be punished in heaven, you can wait for them to be punished in heaven. Okay? While you suffer here. I am not going to wait to be for them to be punished in heaven, because I don't even know if I'm going to your heaven or to anybody's heaven, because we have different heavens now. If I'm a Christian, we have our own heaven. If I'm a Muslim, our own Al-Jannah is different. Same with the hellfire. So the different, Jahannam and hellfire. Hellfire, they even get different grade. It depends on your sin. So I don't know where I'm going to end. Do you understand that? So don't let me wait for politicians to go to heaven before they get punished. That is what we are trying to change. Where politicians are attaching religion disguise to hoodwink you. Since you cannot question God, are you going to question God? Do you want to go to hellfire? You say, I don't want to go hellfire. Oh. God will just punish them. Alaye, God is not punishing them at all. God is punishing you. You know why? Because God has given you brain. And he's just watching you like, how can you be so mumu? You are fasting and praying for me to touch the heart of the people that you voted for, big election for, or are supporting, defending. People that you are supposed to carry stick, carry cutlass, carry stone, chase them, enter bush. You are waiting for me to, and you are praying, fasting and praying. For what? Do you understand that now? So we are doing everything to make people understand that your religion is your personal relationship with your God. Do not let politicians continue to swindle you using that your religious emotion, because you all have right to whatever you believe in. You do. That is why when politicians feels like they have been cornered, the whole game don't set up. They'll quickly throw the religious card. Hey, you see them, they are attacking me because I'm a Christian. They don't like me because I'm a Muslim. When you are printing money, stealing money, did they print the money for Christian thieves? Or did they print the naira for Muslim thieves? Look at the thieves. All of us get our own representatives there. Oh. No, they beat your chest and say, we know they part of. Now these people, they steal. Alaye. Now all of them, they scam you. You just need to look at it from where they are. Now, these are the people who have destroyed the entire country. As we speak, they have demarketed the country. Human rights abuses is at zero, complete zero. Forget it. Now, person will be human, they get right. No be so. Have you seen how they are treating Nigerians? Is that how to treat human being? Some people are walking about calling themselves, I am human being first. I am human being first. Are you a Nigerian? You are Nigerian? Are you a proud Nigerian? Tell me the truth too. How are they treating you? Even policemen in Nigeria, how are they treating you? Are they treating you like human being? Every time they want to mess you up, do they remember that you are a Nigerian? Do they even remember what rights you have? Do they know that? When they impoverish the entire country, where even poor people with small money in bank, buying themselves exotic cars, building themselves mansions with no electricity, but generator, inverter, generator. But they are rich people in their own eyes. Rich, but very poor. Because when you look at them, they are the people who are supposed to know that. How can you be living in a country? You are going to have to provide your own house. You have to provide your own water. You have to provide your own electricity. You have to provide your own security by making sure that in your every house you are planning, don't forget the burglary. Everybody is building a house, mansion, with burglary, like prisoners. You know, when you go to the maximum prisons in the Western world, you will see them. Those are the places where you will see security barbed wires. You know those barbed wires, those security electric wires, security fence. When you go to prisons in America, that's where you find them. When you go to prisons in the UK, that's where you find, and they have to be prisons of hardened criminals in Nigeria. When you go to prison, you know if you see barbed wire or anything, you just see some hungry looking, unpaid wardens, very corrupt. That's the system. All right. But when you go to the rich people home, the one that feels like they are better than there are other millions of people living in squalor, the rich people, when you go to their houses, they believe they are rich. They provide their own houses, which is good, normal, right? They provide their own water. They have to drill their own borehole. They provide their own electricity. They have to buy a Meccano from Germany or Italy or anywhere that they bring Meccano, any generator to supply their own electricity. In order to feel safe, they have to make sure that they include burglary, like person, so that you can't escape. The escape there is that not for the prisoner inside to escape, but for the criminals outside to gain entrance, right? You have to build burglary. You see them, they'll build beautiful houses, very beautiful palaces, yeah? Multi-million naira, billion naira properties, okay? Palaces, but they are building prison, right? They are protecting themselves from the 180 million poor people who are likely going to be thinking on how to kidnap them for money, right? That will not be enough. You will still have to build yourself fence. You know the funniest thing? In Nigeria, you will go to some places, they will say, this is an estate. Estate means you have a, what do you call it, internal security provided by the estate managers, Abi? So you don't even need a fence again. Go to those estates. Very, very expensive estate too. Go there. Lekki, Ikoyi, those beautiful places they tell you about. Go and see some of them. Inside their safe houses, they still have to build fences. They still have to put security barbed wires on them. You know why? Because some people are going to come in to come and take something that they believe that Nigeria, they are keeping for them. That is in Nigeria. And even at that, some rich among them, they still have to provide themselves their own security to go outside. Now, when they go outside, they will then have to drive on the terrible road, dirty, terrible, unkept road, run by some criminals in convoy, tinted glasses. You will see these private rich people. They will be driving on those jalopy road to show that they are rich and they are not affected. Since they are not affected, yeah, they will just go and buy themselves expensive SUVs so that when they enter gallop, they won't feel it. It will just be like, it's the poor people that will be like, oh boy, inside this downfall, my AC of my car don't knock. All of this. So which means there is no real rich people in Nigeria. Only some poor people who have money. Do you understand that now? Poor people with money. Then poor people without money. That's what you have in Nigeria. That is why, if you look at the categories of those who don't have jobs in Nigeria today, and if they look at what is coming, because this one are just warm up. You know when they say everybody warm up, like my brother, Prince Jejeman in London, Prince Jejeman, Boko Haram is a terrorist, push, he is a killer, push, Buhari is a murderer, push. You know that kind of warm up before the actual exercise. You see what is coming? Many people are still going to fall into poverty. Many businesses are still going to close up. Many of you who still have your savings ready, you are still going to, many of those savings, without you touching them, they are going to be cut into half. Let's start from how that started in the first place. Remember, when these people came in, this is the better explanation now, okay? When these people came in, $1 to a naira was 199 naira. Let's put it this way. Let's say 200 naira. It is still a devaluation of a collapsing country. Boko Haram just came. Boko Haram is the undertaker. Nigeria has been bleeding. Nigeria has always been at the precipice of extinction, total collapse, and total balkanization, right? But some people have been playing scam on everybody, trying to extend the day of doom, the doomsday, until Nigerians decided to bring a dead ghost, Bokwari, from retirement to come and become the undertaker for Nigeria. You know the job of undertaker? Those people where they carry dead body. Those are where they carry Atigbe Mama Rele. Atigbe Baba Rele. Ile Lolo Tarara. If you are Yoruba, you understand. Glorious home call. You see those people that will be throwing the coffin. Some people, they were already, they put Nigeria inside an embalmment, right? For remove 60 years, I mean 6 years from 62 years. That would be 50, how much? 56 years. So for 56 years, some people were trying to play with the ghost of Nigeria, promising one Nigeria, one unity. The ghost, they chop alive, they kill people, and they kept it alive. It is the job of Bokwari to come and bury Nigeria. You see, some of you may not agree. Bokwari, APC, Egbekegbe, the jihadist government of Pantantami, which is called the pandemic. It's a pandemic. And so many of that is a pandemic inside the Bokwari's government. All of them, they had just one job that they didn't tell us. When they said change, it don't make sense now. That change don't make sense. Don't they make sense? If not, except now witchcraft. If not, with the level Nigeria has gotten to, even person will get mental problem, somebody will don't do the whole thing. They say if you're mad for 20 years, Baba, you are not really a madman anymore. You have been in a new state that eventually you would have probably figured it out. Nigeria and those in charge of Nigeria, they have been mad people for 56 years. 56 years. Now, one madman is doing the work of the Lord. If no be say person gets serious problem, you are watching your country burn. Well, not his country anyway. It is not his country. All of you have been deceiving yourselves. Okay? The job of the likes of a pandemic and co is to ensure that you have more Buhari, more Bokwari in the future. That's why they are doing national identity number. So that's all you will need to become a citizen in Nigeria. You will not be able to get the NIN. But you see those from Chad, Niger, Mali, and the ones they are carrying AK-47 now, they are the real Nigerians in the future. Mo will give them their own Nigeristan. Break the whole thing up. The job of Bokwari is to come and break Nigeria. Do you really think this is by accident? Is it cause? As they will say, they will say maybe not cause. Who cause who? Cause who? Cause Buhari to come and do the job of the Lord, the work of the Lord. Make everybody see the light that they have been lying to us all this while, Sha. So everything has scam. Oh, well, we know if we continue like this, so we don't want to be part of this anymore. Joe Buhari is doing that job. Some of you may not give him the credit for it. He is insisting Nigerian unity is non-negotiable. Meanwhile, as the criminals who are claiming that Nigerian blah 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 is non-negotiable, everybody don't come out knife. People don't come out cutlass. People don't come out what do they call them? Saw. People don't cut their own parts small. Before you know it, you go just read them you will just read it in the breaking news. Oduduwa Republic declared independence. Who did it? Na Bokwari. And when you look at those who also want to take over, you ask them, which country are they planning to take over? This same one, this same current one, where the person they are now trying to tell you should take over, Chief Numbu, Mufu Oloshaoko of Bodilon, the Ashiwaju Awon Ole, Ashiwaju Awon Agbero. The one they are asking that you should take over. Now, let me give you an idea so that you will know that it is just from frying pan to fire. I don't even know, maybe now from fire to ashes. Now everybody go burn, last. Mufu Olosha Oko of Bodilon, Ashiwaju Awole. They asked him, what do you think we should do to stop all this problem, all the killings, the joblessness? Baba, what should we do if you become the president? Do you know what Mufu Olosha Oko Shangolere of Bodilon, you know what he said? Tifnumbu. He said, hold on, I want to come to that reality. Yeah. He said, 33% unemployed. 33%. Boko Haram are recruiting our youth. How do we end all of this? Recruit 50 million youth into the army. What are we going to feed them? We'll give them cassava, agbado, ege, and some grass. We grow them here. Recruit. That is the solution. All of you will not get job. If you can't become Agbero, then they will recruit you into Tifnumbu's army. Maybe you could just go and die where you are not even useful. You are costing them money. Because every time they need people to go and protest and say they stand with Tifnumbu, they stand with Patantami, or they are standing with Ghost, Lifeless Bokuwari, they will have to pay you 500 naira, pay you 1,000 naira. They are even paying some people 30,000 naira as we sell on social media. These are jobless people, officially jobless people. Now that is costing them money. You don't know. How do you think now that Naira has completely crashed and they need their forex, they need to print more money? So all of you are asking for more money. And where are they going to find it from? Recruit 50 million youth. 50 million. They won't even pay you, forget salary. What are we going to be feeding them? We will give them ege, cassava, agbado, corn, maize, grass, like the cows. All of these things, we grow them here. Recruit and you will destroy Boko Haram. They are not going to give you gun. They're just going to say, just send 50 million. Boko Haram no fit give 50 million. Anybody where they kill finish, the rest go come back. The disabled one will go find something, we'll find level. You see the remaining, they will be doing their Sai Baba ongoing. Is that not what will happen? That's the solution. That is the man they are going to package for you. Same way, nítorí Ọlọ́run, because of I don't know. People said that we should not be using God, but we will be using God though, because I'm talking to people who are really believers, and I'm talking to my lives who don't believe much, but they also respect those who believe. Do you understand that now? The same way they packaged this coup, they are now bringing you recruit, and they are telling you that your life is going to change. Same people who told you that Mr. Coup will make your life better.
By
Watch
different
this.
people. Man of integrity, man of honor, incorruptible. Some simply say you are phenomenal in Nigeria's political landscape. How will you describe yourself personally? Who is Muhammadu Buhari?
Well, I like to start by praising teachers of my generation. I spent 9 years in boarding school, 3 years in primary boarding, and 6 secondary school. Now I think they do 5 years or 4, I don't know how many years. The teachers then, they were treating children and students like their own children. If you do well as a student, they praise you in the classroom and in the assembly hall, which is held daily, 6 times a week. If you misbehave, you will be flogged in front of your class or in the whole assembly hall. So the best out of you is brought physically and academically. You have to be well to survive. You have to do well, be doing well to survive. I was a class monitor. I was a junior prefect. I was a senior prefect. I was a head boy. I earned all those, and I know what I went through. But without good teachers, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
So who is Muhammadu Buhari?
I think I went through hell throughout my career in the military. I was a lieutenant in Lagos during the first coup, 15th January 1966. And if you bother about Nigerian history, you read coup, counter coup, civil war, coup, counter coup. I was all in it, including in detention for 3 and a quarter.
Oh dear, man. Honestly speaking, no joke. That's the man they sold them. The Mr. Coup Kanta Coup. Nothing to remember him for. He doesn't even know himself. But people were telling him, even the interviewer was even telling him more about himself. You have Mr. Integrity, incorruptible, in blah, 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 blah. Who is Muhammadu Buhari? Then he started talking about his teachers, Mr. Coup Kanta Coup. Last, so Coup Kanta Coup. Yeah, you are. The jobless people's capital of the world. But Buhari no get job in 2015. They exhumed a ghost, gave him a job. And after that, more than 100 million people are jobless, living in abject poverty, frustration, desperation. Most of them are youth. That's the saddest part. And when this my friend was talking about it, he said, it has gotten to a stage whereby whatever you have, use it to defend yourself anywhere you go, because they have duped everybody. I'm sorry if I start laughing again, all right? But that's the reality. So if 33 million of them decide that they want to fight, trust me, they can get rid of this ghost.
Àṣírí tí mo fẹ́ fún everybody náà ní sin ni pé ìwọ tó bá máa dúró àgbà ló máa pe hallelujah. Ìwọ tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ Muslim láìláìláìláìláìláìláìláì. Ìwọ tó bá dẹ̀ wọ́n pé mẹ́ta lọ́kọrin lọ gbé sangbótó ẹ̀rọ kò gbé anywhere tó bá ń lọ kẹjọ máa lọ. Torí ìlú yìí, we are done for. Wọ́n ti lò level fún wa, wọ́n ti gbà wá fún wa náà, wọ́n ti ta everybody. So be prepared.
Do you understand? He's saying, if you look at it very critically, in Nigeria today, the situation is beyond any explanation. Don't even try to figure it out. It has gotten to that stage whereby if you are a Christian, start praying, doing your prayer. If you are a Muslim, start doing your la. If you are the other one, put on your sangbeto. Do you understand what I mean? Put your own protection. Because as it is right now, Nigerians are done for. There's nothing anymore to keep. And there's nobody to turn to. So you are on your own. So anything you have, make sure you use it to protect yourself. Because as it is now, they have scammed everybody. But I understand how it feels. Because imagine, these lifeless criminals who were even dancing, promising people everything. Today, we can't even...
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
Now, when you look around, who are those who are also promising you that they have the solution for 2023 and you want to believe them? So we need to reach out to more and more of the people who are waiting for the likes of Tifnumbu to do the abracadabra on them, Yorubas are now saying there will not be any election in 2023 in Yoruba land. There's going to be so many confrontation around that. And I think we need to educate more people why they should never be part of any new election in 2023. And I'm so happy with the report we received from Ibadan today. I have a glimpse of that I want to share with you if you have the time, okay? Watch this and we'll continue. It's important. Oduduwa Republic now. The awareness rally campaigns all over Yoruba land is going on like a wildfire. People are being told why they should demand for self-determination, autonomous region, and a self-rule independent country. Oduduwa Republic. The process is ongoing. Apart from the awareness that is now going on so much, we have received the report of some state governors, like Osun State and Ondo State so far. Those who are going after the our people, Oduduwa Republic, Oduduwa children in Yoruba land. We have not taken the campaign beyond Yoruba land, and everywhere we have Yorubas. That is where we are reaching out, and this is seriously ongoing beyond what social media would likely show you. Right now, we have received the report of the states who are becoming hostile. In Abeokuta, Ogun State, we have not received any attack on the Oduduwa Republic campaigners. We have not received any as well on our people in Ibadan. In fact, in Ibadan today, where the mass and mega rally was slated and took place, there are many videos. Some of you have seen them. I'm going to try and get some, put them on Maiyegun's diary, especially for you to rewatch if you haven't really seen most of them, okay? But the bottom line is that Ibadan today, the government in Nigeria, for some reason, they sent their policemen to Ibadan to take over Mapo in Ibadan, a place where it was initially planned will be the meeting point after the rally across Ibadan, where everyone will gather and they will read out the memorandum of Oduduwa Republic. We know Yorubas are a little bit divided on why they don't want Oduduwa Republic, but don't be deceived. There is, there is a minute number, possibly, of Yoruba, the Yorubas who don't pretty much want Oduduwa Republic, not because of politics or anything. They just feel like it is not right. They will get to know why it is right. But there are also a faction in Yoruba land, those who are in the political class, who are currently benefiting from the wrath of Nigeria today. Those ones are going to push for a serious opposition to Oduduwa Republic campaign, using their own states, especially state governors where they have control. But however, the people will win. That's one thing I want to tell you today, okay? If you look at the way the Yorubas and the Oduduwa Republic campaigners, if you look at the way we are going about it now, you will realize that we are also baiting Nigeria. We know about those who are saboteurs in Yoruba land. We would rather keep Yorubas under this current arrangement, an arrangement that does not guarantee the future of our children, does not guarantee the future or safety of any of our land in our own hands. So that future assurance is what they don't want us to discuss about, right? So we know those who know as well, but because of what they are going to benefit personally, they are going to always work against the freedom of the people, right? They are not going to ask for anything better, right? They are rather going to mount a serious opposition to it. They're already doing it. We know them, but we are baiting all of them. We are following everything that legally that you will never find us wanting. We are engaging the people, carrying them along enough to know why they should be asking for Oduduwa Republic a self-rule. Now, all these things is just to make sure that when these politicians want to wage their war against Yoruba people, when Nigeria want to wage war against Yoruba people, they will find the Yoruba people ready. That time, our people won't be ignorant or have no idea of what is going on. And that's a great job, the greatest part of any self-determination or freedom anywhere. Educate the people. Let the people know why they are fighting for that or what they are asking for. Once the people understand what they are asking for or what they want, no one can dictate to them how they should ask for it. That is exactly what the Oduduwa Republic campaign is doing in Yoruba land right now. We are not going to pretend that we don't know the politicians are spending money, paying our people to mobilize them for 2023. We're not going to pretend that we don't know that. Of course we do. But when we continue the awareness, the education, the consistency, and the message is spreading, and then getting to those that should get them, the right people will grasp the information, and they will be among those that will say no to the likes of Tifnumbu, that will say no to one Nigeria. When you have the number, now they can bring the war, and let us see how it's going to be fought. And that is why I'm so happy that today's attempt to intimidate the people from coming out to express their God-given rights, because it's your right. Nobody should give that to you. The right to determine where you want to live, which country you want to be, and if you want to be part of Nigeria or not. They said don't talk about it. The people who are running it are thugs. The people who are running it are uneducated people. Blah, 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 blah. Then we ask them, what have you done? You, the educated people. You, the powerful people. Yoruba land is poor. No doubt about it. Our people are beggars. And more of them are going to become more beggars. Our people are refugees. More of them are going to become refugees. Yeah, our economy is ruined. But they don't want to talk about it. Don't talk about it. Is it just Yoruba? What about other places? Oh, it's a global problem. Okay, what are you doing about it? If it's a global problem. Oh, we should live with it. Because, there's nothing you can do. Of course, the people will decide that. That's why I support that. It may take time, but it is the best way to go. So that when they want to start, people won't say, oh, now these people, they cause wahala. We don't want to do a republic, that kind of thing. But when the people know what they want, even the saboteurs, even those they are going to pay, the royal fathers they are going to compromise, pay money to deny their people, they will be scared to publicly acknowledge, even when they pay them. And that is where we are going. Look at what happened. They intimidated the people. If you come out today, blah, 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 story, forget it. It is Oduduwa land. It is not federal. It is not Federal Republic of Nigeria land. Nigeria no get land. Do you understand that now? There's no land called Nigeria land. You will get to when you get to Yoruba land, you will get to Igbo land, you will get to Ijaw land, you will get to Isoko, Ishekiri land, you get to all this land. They are people, they are ethnic nationalities. Do you understand that now? Nigeria don't get any land anywhere. They brought something called Land Use Act, Land Decree, that make your land belong to the government. And people couldn't fight that. You know why? Because the government's holding gone. And the people don't even understand why they should fight for that. Today, the government can allocate anywhere in Nigeria and call it Ruga. Yes, you will fight. You will fight. That is the future. Your ancestral land will go to anyone they want to allocate it to. Is that not what they are doing already? Politicians will bribe you. They will rob you. They will gain power. Then they will begin to share the land. They call it government land, government allocation. Then they share it to themselves as retirement packages. Your land. So what stops them from sharing it to the Fulani terrorists who are carrying guns and shooting and killing you in the future? If you think it's not going to happen, of course, you're possibly not living in reality. That conversation is what they said will not happen. And the politicians in Yoruba land who are still looking forward to their own turn, or when they will begin to milk their own Nigeria too, they said we should live with it. When we get the people on our side, when people know why they should leave, the likes of Tifnumbu, would have to relocate to Nigeristan, possibly, if they still want to keep the name Nigeria. And anybody who wants to keep the name Nigeria, they can follow Tifnumbu from Yoruba land to Nigeristan, where they can practice everything that endanger the lives of everyone. And you can't talk about it. And when you look at those who are supposed to provide you security and keep you safe, what do you get? They say we are demarketing Nigeria when we talk about the problem of Nigeria. Meanwhile, our own hope is that to use what we have to tell the whole world and also to help ourselves, educate ourselves, rally ourselves around, tell the whole world about our problem, tell the whole world about our dilemma, tell the whole world about our entrapment, and tell them as well that we will fight. Let them know when we start fighting. For that, social media, they say we are demarketing Nigeria. Who are those demarketing Nigeria? Other than the president of the country that doesn't have any doctor in that country. If he has any hair problem, they have to bring him to the UK. If he has any knee problem, they have to bring him to the UK. 6 miles. 6-hour flight to the UK to come and see a doctor. Who demarketed a country more than that? All your politicians go abroad for medical treatment. Their children's school abroad. Your schools in Nigeria are under lock and key every now and then. They don't pay doctors, but they are paying the foreign doctors who are treating them and their families. Who demarkets Nigeria more than that? And do you think the foreign doctors don't know that they are from Nigeria? They are diplomats or whatever you call them from Nigeria, politicians? Rich and all these thieves from Nigeria? Do you think they don't know? Do you think the schools giving admission to their children, they don't know the children of whom they are? Do you think they don't know? Or do you think even those who manage to come to Nigeria, who are not waiting for your politicians to bring your looted money to abroad, or come to abroad to come and buy properties with your money, those who are not waiting for them here, those who went to Nigeria, is it the police in Nigeria that are selling the image of Nigeria better?
Bonjour, hello. Bonjour. Ça va? Hello. Huh?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Where are you coming from?
España, Spain.
Spain.
Oui.
From Spain?
I crossed to Nigeria today.
What do you bring for us?
I don't have anything yet. I came.
Oh, don't tell me that.
I came today. I didn't change money. I didn't tell anything. I came.
See, nobody say the money. Don't tell me say you are collecting the money.
Huh?
Money you collect and change it here.
Yeah, but I still didn't change. I have my credit card. When I get to Lagos, I take money, but I didn't bring. I came today.
You want to spend money with us?
No, I have the credit card.
But I was thinking that you don't have anything with you now.
No, I'm sorry. No clothes, no. I'm sorry. I have to go.
Money, cash.
I don't have cash. I came from Benin. So I didn't have anything. I have to go to Lagos to take.
What do you want to go and do in Lagos? Your family there here?
In Spain, my family.
What do you want to do in Lagos?
I just transit. I go to Cameroon, Gabon, Congo, all the way to South Africa.
Along
Yeah, along Africa. Yeah.
Give me a walk. What is your work now?
Informatic in Spain. Computer. You know, computer informatic with the computer and the click.
Do you have family in Nigeria?
No, my family is in Spain. Okay, I think I have to go. Yeah, What time? This time is good here. 3:30.
That is the Nigerian police who saw a biker who is on tour, you know, Onyibo. They can decide to go on tour of Africa from Spain because Spain is so close to Africa as well. So they know all the route on how to cross and all of that. And they do that, you know. They go on tour of Africa. Sometimes they go in groups. Sometimes they just go in one or so. Adventurer, they call them. They get to see everybody. Now, he met a police officer on the motorway, expressway. And the first thing the police officer asked for was, what do you have for us? What do you bring for us? But if I am talking about it, if I am showing you why, that you can't continue to live in such a place, an hopeless place, that you would want things to be different, but it won't be different if you continue to be tagged and then trapped in that place. And they are telling you that you can't change it. Who are you to change it? In October 2020, the young people in Nigeria came together to protest police brutality, also to protest for the good welfare for police officers in Nigeria, so that an average police officer, right, they will get good pay, they will get insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and they will even get something called a family welfare package for their children, so that their children that are going to go to school, they should get sponsorship by government, they should get sponsored by government. This were the demand, though, of the NSAS protesters. Guess who first killed the protesters? The Nigerian policemen. They started shooting the protesters for protesting. Are you mad? Why are you protesting? Even when the protesters were giving them food, giving them water, giving them juice, telling them that we are trying to make the government do the right thing, they don't pay you good money. Look at the clothes you are putting on. If you die now, you just die. Now, by chance, they will pay your family anything, right? And because of this, you have turned to corrupt officer. You need to feed your family because they won't pay you salary, and you cannot even protest as a police officer in Nigeria. But we know all of this because government won't treat you fine. You are making life a hell for all of us, the young people. See that Oyibo? Oyibo said he's working as informatic. He's working on computer. In Nigeria, immediately you say that. Listen to this. Oh. Police officers say, what do you have for us? You are on the bike. And you are like, officer, I don't have anything for you. The next thing, first, they will remove the key from the ignition of your bike. Then they will ask you, what do you do for a living? If you mistakenly say you are informatic, that's too much. Break it down. And you begin to do your hand like this. The computer, you work on computer, you are done for. First, the next thing that will land on your ear, if you are not wearing your helmet, now slap. Boza! You are a Yahoo boy. You must be a Yahoo boy. But did you see what happened in that video? The Spaniard said, I work informatic, computer. They're like, this one, no, understand. You know, get foreign currency. We go change that here. Do you have any foreign currency? Dollar, euro, anything? No, I don't. I have my credit card. If you meet a police officer in Nigeria and you tell them that you don't have cash, let me tell you what they do. They will take you to the nearest point of sale, POS machine. They will ask you to put in your PIN. Where you put that card, put the PIN. The police officer will type how much they want to withdraw. They may type 500,000. You have to negotiate. Officer, please. You are an armed robber. You are a Yahoo boy. We are going to kill you here. They will intimidate you, threaten you, shoot, do all of that. Last, you will find yourself in the hand of kidnappers instead of policemen. Oh, right? Then the next thing, they will withdraw everything in your bank account. Then they will tell you to go. So the youth were saying, you are making life a hell for us. There's a lot of things we can do that has to do with laptop computers, and they are not Yahoo job. You are police officers. You should be able to differentiate between who is doing Yahoo or not. But you know what? When you say that to a police officer, it will tell you, you must be very stupid. Do you want to teach me my job? Oga, how can you guys, okay, you want to investigate if I'm a Yahoo boy or not by just checking if I have email and I have a laptop and I send email to anybody. Then I'm automatically Yahoo boy. How then are you a police officer? How can you find that out right here, right now? And if you're a police officer, that means you know the law, Abi. Did the law allow you to search me without a warrant? But in Nigeria, you hear, so you want to teach me my job, Abi? It's like you know law, Abi. When they woos you like 3 times, what up? By that you manage to open your eyes, you may even think that maybe something happened and you are no longer at that location where you are talking to them earlier. You are lucky if they slap you. So by that time, they believe that they have reset your brain. You can't teach him his work, even though he's doing absolute rubbish. All of that, just because he wanted to take something from you. Just anything. He wants to rob you. Now you are living in that country. A police officer that met a traveler, an adventurer, somebody who has been traveling all over Africa, if he's educated, smart enough, even if he won't understand much of what to look for, can I see your ID card? Can I see a form of identification? Do you have any form of a travel pass or anything? Ask questions. How long are you going to be here? Engage him. Then once he gives you a form of identification, then you can possibly just wish him a safe journey. Just drive safe, okay? Some portion of, as police officer, not anything for us. What do you bring for us? That is the Nigeria. And when the youth rose up to tell the government to take care of the policemen in Nigeria so that they can stop collecting bribe, so that they can begin to have value with their lives. So if they die in the line of duty, they can get good compensation. Their families can be taken care of, right? They build them a new, better, improved welfare, barracks, working equipment. Those are the things the youth were fighting for. But now the first one, the illiterate police, the criminal, illiterate police officers in Nigeria, the first one they saw, NSAS. These people, they mad, NSAS, me that since I joined SARS, as a SARS police officer, combating crime in special unit for Yahoo boys, I have built 2 houses. These people are mad. They are telling us to end SARS. We go kill them. The first people that shot at the protesters were the policemen. When the policemen killed the protesters, arrested many of them, put them in jail and all of that, even those they arrested, they had to kill them extrajudiciously behind the whole thing, right? 2 weeks after that, they say Nigerian police officers want to protest because they didn't pay their salary for 6 months. They want to protest, but they know they can't protest. They will arrest them. Do you understand that? Suffering and smiling of a country because some people could do what they can and because of the selfish interest of so many. But if we talk every day, if we let people know how they have been colluding with their own oppressors, their own slave masters, and then turning to God to pray to one God to do the job of the politicians. Once we manage to let them know and we detach them more, the job is half done. And that's what I'm doing. I'm so lucky that I've got people saying, thank you, Maiyegun, thank you, Maiyegun. Usually people who do this job, they don't get a thank you, right? It's a thankless job because usually people will say, oh, it's not working, you can't fight government. Of course, we know we can't fight them singularly or individually. But when the people that they have been manipulating and lying to, when those ones understand the lie, and they also understand the technique of fighting back, some of them will run away. I keep saying that. They will run away. And I strongly believe that. Part of the protest, display today in Yoruba land is this one by our women. Àwọn ìyá wa, they were out today as well. That was Mako Hall in Ibadan. It didn't end there, right? Before they got to the Mako Hall, the Nigerian police, they were combat ready, and they stationed their what do you call it? Their pickup trucks around there, expecting the young people that oh, they are coming out there, we're going to start shooting. You know what happened? When the mama and the babas arrived, the policemen disappeared. They left the scene completely. That is why you found them outside. So they decided to stay outside, waiting for the police that are going to come up there and start shooting people. But it's Yoruba land, though. I am a Yoruba man. I'm from Yoruba land, and I know what I know, that if they genuinely mean it, like we do now, if you play with that, even if you're a Yoruba man who doesn't really believe in all of this, you don't believe that Oduduwa Republic is deserving. You don't believe that Nigeria and Yorubas in Nigeria are being so disadvantaged and nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody is allowed to talk about it. We are being told to keep quiet, live with it, or we will die for asking questions. You may not have a clue, right? But I know it. With what I'm saying so far, we'll see how that goes. Let's see who the federal government of Nigeria will intimidate when it comes to this Oduduwa Republic. And because it's working, people are coming out. Yes, people are coming out displaying that. They are talking about it and they are reasoning it too. And the job is half done. And we won't stop. Koiki, my brother, who is currently at home, he's done a massive job. He's inspired a lot of people. Oloye Sunday Igboho, Baba Akintoye, Professor Akintoye, and so many other people who have been doing it tremendously well. Let me tell you something. You may not understand them yet, but they are doing an amazing job, compared to the resources they have access to. And to me, if I have to give them a mark, I'm going to say they have already crossed the credits mark, I would say. And it's going to get better. We will continue to support them. We will continue to mobilize for them. We will continue to raise money for them. We will continue to support everything that has to do with Oduduwa Republic awareness and campaign. And we will do all we can to ensure that the generation coming, the Yoruba generation coming, they will not believe in a Nigeria that enslaved their own forefathers, enslaved their own grandfathers, their great-grandfathers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, their fathers, their own mother. And I mean, they will understand why the generation before them started this and why they must keep it and value it for their own for the generation coming after them. We will raise them. We will raise the army locally and internationally. The awareness will continue as it is. All the political criminals who are using Yoruba name to their own political advantage for the past 62 years, their game is up. They can have their last suppers now. They won't have the people for long. And when I say not for long, you may doubt us. You may doubt this, right? But you can be, what do you call it? If you in a way, if you undermine it, if you underrate this, you might be doing it at your own peril. I'm not saying you are a Yoruba man who is not looking forward to your 2023. It's good to dream, right? But let's see how that goes. And who are those who are going to make that happen in Yoruba land? Let's see how that goes. I mean, let's see if that's going to happen or not. And let me tell you something. We will not be deceived about election again. Do you understand? Nobody will deceive us that if Yorubas don't vote, they are going to lose out. Remember, they told you that all you needed in 2015 was to vote for Bokwari or Shibade. 6 years after that, your children are jobless. Some of your children are, they have died in the Mediterranean or they died in the Sahara Desert, trying to cross into Europe, cross to everywhere illegally, running away from the same country that the likes of APC, Egbekegbe, all past criminals, the jihadist government that has unleashed the terrorism on the country, your children running away from them. Good enough, some of us made it, some didn't make it. Those who didn't make it, they could probably have made it in Nigeria if you know that what Nigeria had for them was going to kill them. You would have stopped it, prevented it, and asked for something better. The people who told you that 6 years ago, they are coming again. telling you that all Yoruba need right now is to be president. Tell them, did Obasanjo not serve 8 years as president of Nigeria? How has that changed Yoruba land? What do you think the lifeless Tifnumbu is going to do? Buy that idea and sell off the future of your own children. They've bought yours, they've took or stolen yours. Do you really want them to steal that of your children? What about their own children and their children's children? If you don't care, let my message get to those who do, those who really care, okay? Because we are looking for them to get rid of these cankerworms, these freeloaders, these scavengers, these scroungers, these pickpockets, the animals using Yoruba name to keep millions of Yorubas entrapped in Nigeria. If your education doesn't tell you that Nigeria is not going to work, it's a waste. Return the fund. Ask your own university, if you ever attended one, for a full refund, right? And never, ever call yourself an educated person anymore. They said if you are doing the same thing again and again, and you expect a different result, then you must be a madman. How can you then think some mad people who are using Yoruba name because they have the money now, they have the guns, they control that, but they don't control the people once the people knows the truth. Mind is a very, very powerful tool. When you use it rightly, it will fight its battle. And that is the game of mind. That is exactly how Yorubas are going to weather this storm. You're a Yoruba man. I'm not going to work on you, right? Time will tell on you. But we'll look for those who deserve the right information so that they can make informed decision. And they won't outsource their reasoning, their thinking. We are Yorubas. We are great thinkers, great minds. We think because we have independent minds, but it's not for all of us. Today in Yoruba land, we have many people who have now outsourced their thinking faculties to people. They want people to think for them. They want people to reason for them. They want people to talk for them. They want people's idea for them, what will work for them. That is on Yoruba. We will not outsource our reasoning, but we will provide information that will help those who seek the information so that they can make informed decision. Oduduwa Republic will come. Call it self-determination, autonomous region, restructuring, whatever name you want to give to it. The criminals who have brought us to this level in the name of Yoruba, those who have claimed to be Yoruba leaders in the past and present, or those who are still aspiring to, right? We will not forget them. They will have no role to play in Oduduwa Republic where Omo Oduduwa, I'm going to see you some other time. Enjoy the rest of the evening and good night.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òkúra olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé